Hi everyone, thank you for coming to my Vulnerably Badass YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about my post bilateral mastectomy update. So it's a little bit less than 3 weeks, but last Friday, that was like 2 weeks and 1 day, I got my drains out. There were 2 drains coming from my side so that they can kind of suck up the body fluid and blood in my surgical area and let it out. But because of that fluid amount was really becoming less and less, my doctor told me the drains can be taken out. So that was Friday, and I thought it would be like, yay, freedom, because before that I was always worrying about this little tubes coming out, and at the end there was a kind of suction cup, so these were hanging. These were connected to my surgical bra, and these were hanging. So I was always worried. Every movement I had to be careful, and it hurt, of course. So Friday I was like, yay, finally I'm free and I can move around, and I kind of expected that I can kind of toss and turn freely, but it wasn't that easy because of course that the little incision or hole that I had hurt, and also maybe this is psychological. I don't know if it was real pain or not, but I assume because all the body fluid that were coming out, although it's just less and less, still couldn't come out of my body, so I felt like my breast was a little bit more full. The kind of feeling that I had when I was breastfeeding my boys, like, oh, I have to pump the milk. So it's not exactly the same. I don't believe that I had so much fluid, but I don't know, like a tense or tender feeling that I had. But after 1 day, today is Monday, or after 1 day, or after over the weekend, I feel better. And last night, although it's still difficult to kind of turn because the side I had the hole, I have the gauze and taped, but still I want to be careful. And also my breast too, because there's incision under my breast. If I move around too hard, it hurts. So I have to be careful. Even I'm turning sideways, which I couldn't do for 2 weeks. I'm happy to do it, but it still hurts. And I felt more comfortable with kind of hugging my pillow, so that pillow kind of supports my breast and supports my arm. So yeah, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, but still it's better than having the drains. And also the thing is that my doctor called me on that Friday and told me the result of the physiological exam. But anyway, what it means is like the tissue that they took out, they sliced up and they checked all the aspects, like what kind of issues that I had. So they found that. So originally, before the mastectomy, I was told that I have LCIS on my right breast. That was it. But after they took the tissue out and checked, they found more LCIS on my right breast, plus 1.2 millimeter of cancer, breast cancer. So that was a surprise. But the doctor told me the 2 right lymph nodes that they took out, they checked, there's no cancer cells, so that little cancer didn't spread to lymph node on the right side, so that was good. And on the left side, they didn't find any cancer cells, but they found LCIS, that is the abnormal cell, which is not cancer, abnormal cells in the cells that make breast milk, plus DCIS, which is found in the duct milk glands, I think, and the abnormal cells, not cancer, in the milk glands or duct. So they found LCIS and DCIS. And as far as I understand, DCIS is more dangerous than LCIS. So in the end, it was really nice to find more than we thought we had from these tissues, because initially my doctor was saying maybe they see a little bit of LCIS, so lumpectomy, just part of my breast, taking part of my breast is enough. But it was good because I did the bilateral mastectomy. We found the abnormalities in both sides, which could have developed in more serious things in the future. So I was happy to know the result, but at the same time, I feel like, wow, it's the result of just in case, being a little bit more proactive than I would normally do. It's all because of my experience with my cancer battle with my son, because he had brain cancer, because we went through all the cancer battle. I wanted to make sure that I'm okay, or I know it's not anything serious, but let's do a bit more proactively. But if I weren't like that, or if I weren't asking my doctor, or for more, it's possible that we wouldn't have found out about this little bit of cancer in me. So then, yeah, I'm grateful that I found and it's all gone. But at the same time, what I think is, yeah, I had cancer cell in my breast, but who knows, like all the nutrients or everything is going around my body, and who knows where else, I could have different kind of cancer somewhere else. So today I went back to my family doctor at the hospital, and I asked her what other exams I can have, and she told me that I can have colonoscopy, and she told me that until whatever time ago, the standard was like people over 50 years, but now it's lowered. So from 45, you can be checked. So I'm 47, so I'm good. So she assigned me for colonoscopy and also pap smear. I know that every time I receive notification in Korea, I did go, and until every time I did that, I was negative, but I wasn't sure when was the last time, and I wasn't sure how far they check. So, but I'm sure it was more than 2 years ago. So I asked my doctor to have my pap smear, and it's my first time doing it US at the US standard. So she ordered that too, so I'm gonna have that. So that's good, that's scheduled. And I already did the mammo. So she said for someone age, female at my age, these are the main 3 exams I can take. So yes, it was kind of like a post-hospitalization double mastectomy follow-up, but at the same time, I went a bit more proactive and scheduled for other exams that I can receive at this moment. So yes, I'm in the late 40s now, and in terms of longevity-wise, I'm in the latter half. So I know that what we're gonna face is gonna be pretty much, finding something not working right, and, this and that. So I know that's the way it's gonna go, but if there's something that I can prevent, or I know something is happening, I can prepare better. So let's see what happens. But anyway, the bottom line for this topic is I was glad that I proactively had this preventive double mastectomy, which ended up as not really preventive, because we found the little piece of cancer. So thank you so much for coming to my Vulnerably Badass YouTube channel, and see you next time.